Hello guys and welcome to the biggest show on the continent. It's trending. My name is Pascal and trending is that one-stop show for you, and you. We want a short break right now and when we return, the most amazing show on your TV continues. Stick around, you're not going nowhere because we're coming back. Welcome back to your favorite show. It's trending. Now, you know on trending, what we do for you is we bring the best of the best. Either a personality that is trending or a celebrity that is trending. The truth is, you have to be trending to be on trending. Do bad trend. That means you cannot be here, but you have to be trending to be on trending. Today on the show, the person we brought for you is an amazing artist, a lawyer, an activist. He's done so much for the country, but is a superstar. Please welcome Falz the Bahd Guy in the building.
How are you, my dear sir?
My brother, how you doing? Man, you're looking so fly.
Thank you, my dear.
Fly as always. F square.
My try best.
Falano, F square. That's amazing. That's fantastic, man. How you doing? What's happening?
I'm feeling good.
Man, tell me about your feet.
Okay.
Tell me about your feet. What are you wearing? What's
Keep it simple.
Tell me.
Keep it simple.
Yes, sir.
He's wearing Nigerian.
Okay.
So my fit is made by a designer called Nigerian.
Dimeji. Oh, okay.
And just some teams.
Okay, just to blend the package. Anyways, well, how you doing generally? How's the country treating you?
How's the country treating you?
Yes, how's the country treating us? Yes.
I'm feeling good. Me personally, you know, I'm okay. I'm happy. I'm alive. Well, as for the country, things are awful.
I understand.
But I think everyone sort of realizes that, and we hope that things will get better.
Yeah, let's talk about the genesis of Falz the Bahd Guy, really. Let's check out where you started from, because I know that maybe this particular story you must have actually told it to a lot of media houses like some 10 years ago when you started it. 10 years ago, like you started like around like 2014, 2015.
My very first album, my debut album was Up Guy, dropped November 2014.
2014, that's like 11 years now?
Oh, I don't tell.
You don't tell. It has stayed.
Nobody thinks.
You don't tell. So, but let's start from, let's go back there right now quickly, because I feel like the success you're having right now, plus even your body of work just came out, for the success you actually even shine in our faces like the more, especially for the Gen Zs that we're not listening to Kashika back there. Let's take them back. Let's take them back where Falz started from. How did you know music was your thing, really?
Technical school was probably where it started from. You know, and maybe I was like in SS1 at the time. And I used to listen to like some old school greats, Plantation Boys, the Tribesmen. You know, them guys were inspiring me at the time. And you know, I just thought to myself, I'm a lover of music. I'm a lover of hip hop, and I like the way these guys are doing it with like the core of culture. There, you know that this is a Naija rapper.
Exactly.
I was like, oof, this is very attractive. I want to do this. You know, and then I started to write, and I started to grow my craft. You know, and then when I went to uni, that's when I started to like professionally record, and you know, the rest is history.
Absolutely fantastic. You added a lot of lore in your write-up, because when you enter, you're just studying law, you're just giving us some very, very amazing vocabulary.
That was my trajectory. You know, legal background. But my parents, senior advocate of Nigeria.
Yeah.
I was always gonna go that path, and somewhere along the way, found my passion.
But wait, the truth is the fact that I know a majority of people will definitely want to ask, that even as that times were really enjoyable for you as a young Falz, coming from where you're coming from, your both parent SAN, senior advocate of Nigeria, it's not beans. This is not charge bill.
If I've been state practice,
tell me.
10 years is what it takes to be eligible to apply. Of course, you apply and then
for SAN.
They either give you or not. But I was called to by in 2012. So if I stayed in practice, by now,
you feel like you will have become.
I'm still advocate now. What do you mean by that?
But there's some lawyers that don't even have done about it, but it's not by how many years. It's not by years. Absolutely, true that. I feel like because of the name, actually, the name is going to help you. Whether I like it or not, name actually helps.
I would like for it to be because it was merited.
No, yeah, exactly. But there's no way that someone wearing Dangote will go to a company and say, "My name, good morning, HR. My name is Dangote," and they will not first look at him. Dangote. Definitely don't want to give you audience first. You get my point. But man, it's amazing for how you've actually come. But let's talk about mommy or dad. Who gave you the best support when you're coming up, because they knew that, man, lawyer ni me bye bye. Yeah, no. Madam Falano. He's also a lawyer, but what are you trying to do with your life at this moment?
Imagine me saying that it was my mother that gave me my best. When I didn't get over, my mother would say, I know what. No, but sincerely, I think both parents were always supportive. You know, both parents were always, they've always been like initially with finding my passion. For them, it was like, okay, there's this thing that this guy likes to do. Okay, I mean, you know, keep on doing it. It's not affecting your studies. It's not affecting your school. You are still studying to become a lawyer.
Exactly.
That's fine. So keep on doing it.
Absolutely. Fantastic. Let's talk about the break into the industry. How did you break into the industry? How was that moment for you before you started? Was it like a very easy thing? What was that one thing? I know it's like 10 or 11 years now, 11, 12 years now. Let's talk about when you really started. The breaking into the industry night, all the places that you were going back then to just make sure you promote your sound and all. How was the love back then?
Good thing you mentioned it.
And just name 3 people that you can never forget that really were part of your rising when you were coming in quickly, aside from your parents, of course.
Good thing you mentioned industry night, because one more. That was like the genesis, man. You know, I remember like starting up, it was the place to get heard. Just as a young artist wanting to blow, this is where you had to be. And I remember being a lawyer and hopping in the car, driving from the mainland, because my dad's office in the house, so I was working with my dad, practicing. I used to go to court. So I would go court for money, come back to the chambers.
Used to be those lawyers that used to be at the back of the SAN. They'll be looking at the camera like this. They can't do it.
When time don't reach maybe like 6 p.m. Go enter motor. I did fire come my land. As I did fire come my land, I did change my clothes for where I did drive. I did change my clothes. Bro, lawyer by day, rapper by night.
What?
Reach island, enter industry night, perform. Just share my CD. CD still did that time.
Yes.
That this thing will pay off.
Exactly, you know? Exactly.
But I think being able to push myself like that was just because I just knew this was something I loved so much. You know, people that have been there.
Just 3 people that you can't forget. I know there are a lot of people, but just 3 people.
My guyest of guys. First one, his name is Falz the Bahd Guy. Second one, his name is Femisora. Another guy, Sapi. You know, these 3 guys. 2 of them I went to secondary school with. Femisora, we met sometime in 2013. Okay. Since then, bro,
you guys have been very, very cool.
If you listen to the last track on my album, but I'm sure we'll get there.
Yes, exactly.
I did like almost like a memoir of my life, and it details all these things I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
It's quite
absolutely.
Maybe, to be honest, the deepest thing I've ever had to write.
You talk about the last track from the Body of Work Fist.
Story time.
Yes. Listen to that. Absolutely. We're going to short break right now, and when we return, Falz the Bahd Guy and Pascal back on your screen. Stick around, you're not going nowhere. Welcome back to your favorite show, Trending. Falz the Bahd Guy, superstar, still live in the building, chilling. I hope you're enjoying yourself.
Of course.
Sitting like a king that you are, huh? But let's get back into your project now. The feast is out.
Yeah.
The feast is out, and we all feasting. The other day, I saw a video of you on Sunday. I think it was Sunday with Nancy Sime. Meanwhile, the way you were holding Nancy Sime, I didn't like it.
That's my baby.
Nancy Sime is your baby?
My baby.
Nancy Sime. My shoe. My blue, I'll go. Anyway, let's talk about the project now. The project, how many tracks are on the body of work? 12 tracks. Why did you decide to make it 12?
12 because I didn't want it to be too long, but I also wanted it to be something that packs a punch. So 12 seems like the right number. You know, solid enough, but not too long.
Absolutely. Now, in the selection of the song and the process of selection, how rigorous was it when you were selecting this song? So I know you have more than 12. That's the way to talk about the songs that you have. There's some songs that were dropped by your people that don't put this one. Let's put this one. How was it when you were selecting the songs?
I think ideally, working on this kind of project, you just record, just keep on recording, and at the end of the day, you have maybe even double the amount of tracks you need, and then you choose. So there were a lot of tracks that didn't make the cut. But yeah, the process was painstaking, and the process was detailed, because the theme theme has to be consistent. But at the same time, the palette has to be broad enough. You know, you have to feel like you're tasting a couple different dishes. Jollof fries here, puff here, you know, yama.
Samosa, mosa on the side.
Mix it up, but still staying within the spirit of the feast. So that was just all it entailed, but it was a very interesting process for me.
Absolutely. Now, the process of recording as well, on the artists that you had on your body of work, how was it bringing them together to actually have that project?
It wasn't difficult. I would say that most of these guys are guys that we just vibe. We go in the studio, we just vibe. And for me, that's all it takes. You know, if I identify this person as super talented, I've always said that I make music similar to how I consume music. You know, I'm a fan of music, and if I'm just a fan of this guy, and I just like this guy's bad, I want to work. Now, get in the studio and click. Let's go. So it was sort of like that, straightforward. You know, from Dirty the Deity to King Maddie to Black,
King Maddie,
D Smoke to Oiza and May. Have I mentioned everybody? I think so. I hope I've mentioned everybody. But for every one of those collabs, it was, you know, it was very straightforward. It was very easy. You know, they were all just real creatives and all super talented.
That's true. But let's dive away from the feast. Now the feast is out, all right? It's out on every platform right now. Videos are dropping very soon, I'm very sure.
For sure.
Videos are dropping very soon.
Prior to the album, we dropped the video for Round of Applause.
Good.
And that was the very first track on the album. For me, it's the starter. The starter in the feast. So, you know, we put that out first just to watch
to start
to watch.
Yes, just start to.
You know, we dropped the entire project. So a lot more videos.
So round of applause is like when you come into the building and they just like, okay, you know what, start serving the small chops. The main course meal is coming on the way.
For me, it was like, you know, just a moment of expression. You know, I was just going on and on and on, and I didn't pause for a chorus. Why? Because I didn't feel like it was necessary on that kind of song. You know, that kind of song was just like a moment of realization, introspection, and I talk to myself. That kind of thing. Yeah, man. I love that.
So you know you deserve a round of applause, man. Because you do actually deserve a round of applause. You've done genius things, like ever since you came out, from Karashika to Bahd Baddest to some of the very amazing Lafayette was always very crazy. You don't do songs, oh, Falz. In discography, yeah, you must have done more than 100 songs.
I haven't sat down to count, but it will pass.
Yeah, because man, every Friday, OEPs and this thing, just see Falz, and the songs are always amazing. And we're going to short break right now, and when we return, it's going to be time for one kobo. Then when we return again, we're going to be talking about Falz's Activism. All right, so stick around, you're not going nowhere. Stay blessed. Welcome back to Trending. With me here is Falz the Bahd Guy, who's about to get his opinion on the One Kobo segment. Now, this particular segment is very simple. It's about opinion, your personal opinion about what I'm going to ask you.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So what I actually want to talk about is how do you do it? The way that you manage your political thoughts, activism, then you, of course, you still have time to actually still do the music thing as well in a very nice way. And of course, how do you do it as well? How do you think musicians should react or should say certain things sometimes, which of course are legal, that will not indict them into getting like problematic for the government?
My one combo on this will be, as an artist, do the one that you're comfortable with. Do the one you're comfortable with. Not everyone can be like me. Not everybody can be Falz the Bahd Guy, always in the front line, always talking this, always talking that. Not everybody can be that, and I 100% understand that. So as an artist, do the one that you're comfortable with. Do the one that aligns with your heart from the inside of your stomach. Because if you do something that you cannot defend in the future, you put yourself in trouble. You know, for me, why I do what I do is because I genuinely feel compassionate about it. In that moment, I react and I move how I think I should move as somebody that has compassion. Now, whether there's any ulterior motive, definitely not. It has absolutely nothing that is covering it. It's just from
from the stream. Yeah.
But everybody cannot be like that.
Yeah. Do you feel like the way you do your own so good is because of the legal backing that you have?
Definitely that plays a part. Definitely plays a part because, I've been raised around the feeling of selflessness, the feeling of sacrifice, altruism. And I've seen that. I've looked up to that. And definitely that's going to have a big effect on me, for sure.
Thank you so very much for your honest opinion. I really appreciate it. Falz the Bahd Guy. We're going a short break right now, and trending continues after this. Stick around, you're not going nowhere. Welcome back to Trending. Falz the Bahd Guy still live in the building. But firstly, I want to say, you were really spot on the one couple. It was very, very amazing. But what would you say about many youth these days who say education is a scam? Because we just heard you spot on here, live here, right now.
Scam. I know this scam. Scam. I mean, I see the sentiment where they say education as scam because, okay, algebra, all this algebra, where are we using it now? Where are we making use of all these things?
I understand.
Divide the x,
yes.
find y,
Yeah.
x. Are we making use of it now? Obviously there's aspects of the curriculum that's too much.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't really get to put in practice in your everyday life.
Every day, yeah.
But you can never ever discountenance the sheer amount of knowledge you pick up from being schooled.
Absolutely.
It definitely is not a scam.
It's amazing. It shows that Mr. Femi Falana knows money. You know that
Money
bush.
did not waste.
You know that bush. You know that bush. You know that bush. You're very sporty, and I really like that. I like people who are very, very intelligent. Like it's amazing. You're very, very intelligent young man, and it's very amazing. You're very, very welcome. But let's talk about now activism. And there's no way that I want to talk about your story, all right, without activism. The stuff that you've done for the country at large. You understand it? Now, if you remember, 20th of October 2020, no Nigerian youth can actually forget that day, and that's the truth. We can't forget. But even prior to that date, you and Runtown were the ones that actually firstly started the movement. Before you know what happened, everybody actually joined you. I'm actually speaking this because we are trying to, as much as possible, to heal from it. You understand already, but we still need to talk about it. Since I'm having you right now, I've always wanted to ask, and it's actually a very, very good opportunity for me to ask you. How did you feel at that moment, on the particular day that it started first, not the 20th of October, when you started that day, when you came out that, Runtown, let's go. Were you want to contact Runtown, or Runtown contacted you?
He put out a tweet, and I think I retweeted that tweet and said, I can't remember what the exact words were, but like, oh, let's move type thing. Like, we're stepping out, because I felt like it was about time, NSARS prior to that was just a hashtag. It was a hashtag that, of course, was already ongoing. So many people were complaining about police brutality. It was a thing that everybody was seeing and feeling. So it was very much necessary to do more than just complain online. So we said, let's step out. We're stepping out on social day at social time. And then we spoke the sequel to those series of tweets. And then we're like, yeah, bro, let's move. Yeah.
Absolutely, it's amazing. Anyway, let's not touch that. Let's go back to your project right now. Let's go back to your project. So the Feast is out, 12 tracks on the body of work, and it's really, really amazing. First one is the one that came out first, that you dropped first. Round of applause. And on that body of work too, I think you have Story as well. Story time.
Last track on
as well. You have a look. Can you list the songs on the body of work?
I have.
Let's try to see.
I mentioned the features I have. So let me start with the features. I have a track featuring Dotty the Deity. It's called Famomi. Real lovers, man.
Okay.
Sounds like rainfall on a Sunday evening. It's cold and you just want to cuddle up with your partner.
That's what we're doing with Nancy Simi on Sunday.
I know a lot of people.
It rained on Sunday, didn't it?
It did rain.
Where were you on Sunday?
It's a good question. We'll come back to that.
Okay.
But I know a lot of people are going to make use of this song for fornication purposes. But I'm not against that.
Yes, you're not.
It's part of the new.
Yeah, you're not. Actually, you're not.
It's really a song for the lovers.
Absolutely.
It's a song for the lovers.
So, for mommy,
such a beautiful.
Come close to me. Draw close to me. Draw to me. So I'll be like okra. Draw close. So for mommy, you have for mommy then.
For mommy featuring Dotty the Deity.
Okay.
Slow down.
Slow down.
Oh, beautiful record. You've heard King Madi before.
King Madi's good. She's good.
King Madi like this. I promise you that. You've never heard King Madi.
You never heard King Madi in this particular way. We heard her.
In this studio, King Madi. When we first, so big shout to AYK, he produced this record, and Family. When he first played this beat, well, the first version of it, Me, I was like, yes, let's go. Maddie was like, this? AYK2 was like, yes, this. And big shout out to her as well, because not every artist will be willing to push themselves. You know, not every artist is like, oh, let me come out of my comfort zone. Let me do something different. But she was ready, she was willing. And bro, she killed is an understatement. She slaughtered it. Such a beautiful record. Slow down.
King Maddie.
Yeah,
King
super
Maddie.
talented. Super talented.
Yeah, she is.
I have Wayo featuring D Smoke. Oh, this song is special. Just the energy that it carries. D Smoke, obviously American rapper, came with a completely different flavor. But the way that he just settled into that record, like bread and butter.
Amazing, fantastic.
I have Oizame, these beautiful, super talented twins. And we made an amazing record. You know, we had aligned on where we wanted to go with. You know, positivity, just sort of feeling confident in your skin and being. Because the general message with the project also is just a newfound confidence as an African existing in 2025.
Yeah.
You know, so with that record, we were able to instill that feeling of positivity to anyone that's listening.
Absolutely.
I want that feeling with. That's what it's called. Anything Goes, featuring Odumodu Black.
Yes, Odumodu on that one.
It's raw. When you hear that song, bro, you go on fight. It has that energy.
Odumodu has that kind of vibe,
That was what we were trying to capture with that, you know, just that gritty, that dark energy. And Anything Goes is also the story of resilience. You know, like what I was saying earlier on, how long are you going to keep on pushing us back?
You understand?
You know,
yeah.
At some point, bro, you're not going to be able to handle this, bro.
And that's the truth.
That's what we're saying.
And that's the truth.
My worry though, some so scary they come. Very low. You got to close, begin they run. You go surely go, money goes under your word. And no second chance. You know, say you no picture.
Come on, man. That's Falz the Bahd Guy. Come on. You see, the song is out, or the album is out, so go check it out. The Feast. All right. But meanwhile, you just spoke about church right now, and I saw something online that spoke about church. Man, sorry about that. You was that. So the thing just hit in my head. So it's like there was a particular church around somewhere in Baghdad that all the church people you finish them like suya, like all the girls in the church, like.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. Shit like
So there's this, I'll share it. Allegedly, before you know you're a lawyer, before you stay egg baby. So allegedly, I saw a post, and it's like it was a story being told about you, like okay, maybe you didn't want to go to church, but your friend brought you to the church, and when you got to the church, you realized that man, they had fine girls in the church, and all the girls like you.
Oh, this was a long time ago, though.
And you cleared all of them except the pastor's daughter.
I
you have that for the future.
From.
But you don't want to confirm that it's true?
I mean, I've gone to church because
to clear people.
Not to clear people.
Okay.
I've gone to church because I saw fine babes.
Did you clear amount of girls in one particular church or not? Or you don't church things anymore?
I'm a good boy.
But you just confirmed the other time that fornication is good.
I said it's not a sin.
It's not the sin.
Not the sin.
Yeah, but you confirmed that it's good. It's good that we should keep.
You know, doctors advise it.
That we should fornicate.
Yes, now. Because they said there's a risk of what? Testicular cancer.
Yeah.
Time, man must have.
So fornicate over soapy.
Yeah. You guys killing me though. Over you. Oh yeah. Over that.
He's married something.
Yes, I'm not sure. I don't will give you. I'm not sure.
I love you. You be very honest. You being very honest.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Putting it out. I wouldn't say a hard no, but right in this very minute, I'm not yet certain.
Yeah. You know,
it's a lot. It's a lot of commitment, and it's still something that I'm still trying to wrap my full head around.
Yeah. So are you gonna say you're afraid?
Well, if you want to put it like that. You know, a lot of people say, yeah, you're afraid of commitment. You know, you're not living because you're not loving. Yeah, thanks so much. But I also know myself, you know, anything I do intensely.
Intensely.
If I go enter that one now, I don't get myself again.
Yeah. How will you be able to deliver for us? How will you be able to deliver? In fact, how will you be able to even tell us another quote?
A clear view of
You can't be able to tell us. For example, now if you're taking now and they hold you down now, how will you be able to tell us the next quote about fornication?
You make a strong point.
No, but it's true now. But because exactly, we have some people that come out a lot of times and say a lot of things, but when they meet love like this, it's finished. Anyways, but guys, don't forget the feast is out. Make sure you go check it out. 12 songs, amazing track. Go check it out. We definitely gonna be supporting 100% here. Anyways, let's just look into the camera and just give your people 30 seconds. 30 seconds, especially the female fans. I know the female fans are really in love with Falz the Bahd Guy. So just give them something in 30 seconds.
Hello, my dear. What's up? What's poppin'? That guy here, aka Bahd Guy, aka Flora Fowler. I tell you, I love you so much. Thank you for supporting me. My brand new album is out now. It's called Peace. Make sure you stream, please.
Stream, absolutely. Stream. Yeah, so they can eat, absolutely. Anyways, thank you so very much. Make sure you also check out Trending and follow Trending on all social platforms. Firstly, on Instagram is official HipTV. That works for TikTok as well. Then on Twitter, X right now is at HipTV as well. Then if you enjoyed this particular episode and you want to check out more episodes that we actually do on Trending, go to YouTube right now and go check it out at HipTV. You check out all the episodes and make sure you just drop a comment there as well. My name is Pascal. Until I come your way again, I'm going to work my for.